Hello, online crew. How are you today? We're continuing the conversation today regarding the algorithm. So if you missed some videos of mine last week, you might want to go back down this page, or if you're watching from my free group, down that news feed to see where we started the conversation with the algorithm. So I've been sharing some tips and strategies and things that you should really need, like you should know regarding the algorithm. So I've got more for you today, and we're going to finish off on tomorrow. So what have I got open here that keeps buzzing at me? Let's get rid of that. So I got a few more tips for you today, and then I'll finish off tomorrow with the algorithm. So with what I shared with you last week, and what I'm sharing with you today and tomorrow, hopefully you've got all those jotted down. I'm also going to share them in written format, everything that I've shared in the videos last week and today and tomorrow on my page and in my group. So I'm going to break them down one by one and also put them in written format for you guys. Okay, so hopefully that'll help. As I've mentioned with the algorithm, it's good to know because it can give you an advantage. But it doesn't help you if you're all over the place, you've got really crap content, you're not consistent, like all those kind of things. So you've got to have some foundations before you really go and concentrate on the algorithm. So it is good information to know. It can give you an advantage with your posting, organic reach, and those kind of things like that. But don't get too wrapped up in the algorithm because, people get really wound up with this information. It goes, oh, but then Facebook's not giving me the reach, and this isn't happening, and this isn't happening, and all that kind of stuff. But it's because maybe there's some other pieces missing in the first place. Okay, so we don't want to get you too wrapped up in the algorithm. But once you know how to utilize it, in a way that it's effective for you, it can give you an advantage. Okay, so it's useful information to know. So if we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. So just a little bit of fun here for our online crew community, which is an amazing community of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in MLM, network marketing, and we are learning to leverage social media using modern online strategies to attract people to us to build our business online. So that's mainly what we do here, what we talk about here, things like the algorithm and Facebook and how to attract people to you and branding and all those kind of things. So you can do a lot of damage on social media depending what you're doing. You can use push marketing techniques like pushing your business and products on people, which just turns them off. So all your efforts on social media can be, wasted if you're not doing the right things. Just one reminder, I'll get my dates right. The next free it's only 14 days free online crew video challenge starts tomorrow. So in my part of the world in Australia, it'll start for the Australians, so the 25th, because it's the 24th here now. If it's not the 24th where you are and it's still the 23rd, then you've got longer time frame. So depending where you're watching around the world, you'll be a different date. You'll be in a different time zone. So whenever the 25th kicks in for you, that's when we start. I've got the link to the group up above. If you would like to join us, you just need to get in, watch the first few videos to know what's going on. The content for days 1 to 3 is already up there. I will be going live later today to give you more content for those of you that are in the video challenge. So you're always ahead of the game with what's coming up. So who listening here is joining us for the next round of the video challenge? I want to know. So let's see who's here today. We've got Michael. Good morning to you, Helen, Henry, and all this fantabulous crew. Hope you all have the best day possible. What a lovely message this morning, Mike. Thank you. Hi, Gloria. Good to see you on. We've got Heather. Hello. Charlene. Cynthia. We've got Tasha here. Good to see you. Up late again, Tasha. Hello, Crystal. How are you? We've got Ray. We've got Olive. Hello, Lynn. Mel, good morning in your part of the world. Hello, Heather's saying hello to everyone as well. Crystal's one of our live members. Hello, Emma, how are you? Your eyes look so tired and weary. How's the pain? Olive, I know, I'm a dead giveaway. I feel like crap and it shows. I can't hide anything. I mean, look at my eyes. I've got a full day. The reason that I'm early, for those of you that are live, I've got to host a webinar in 25 minutes. So thank you for those of you that are turning up early, because this is not my normal live time. Those catching the replay, you'll be none the wiser. But I can't hide anything from you guys, because it's seriously here. So yeah, it's wearing me down a little bit, Olive, the pain and lack of sleep and stuff like that. I'll be fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just showing that I'm not 100% at the moment, but it's all good. We push through these things. Mike is a live member. Heather is a live member and a VIP. Missed the beginning. Sorry, what's going on? We're talking about the algorithm. Are you going to be live in online crew coaching? No, that was live in the video challenge later, because it's starting on the 25th. So that's maybe what you were catching. I'm going to be live in a few places today in my groups. Hey, Clittery, I am on early. So I've got to host a webinar shortly. So when I do that, I have to come on early. Hello, Anya. You're such a rock star, Helen, going live with tooth pain and all. I just want to get rid of it, and I'm stuck with it for another, week and a half. I'm not even going back. So, and I really don't like taking painkillers over and over and over again, but I have to mask the pain somehow. And I know there's lots of natural alternatives and stuff like that, and I'm using those as well. It's quite severe pain. So I'm just trying to push through. Hello, Susan. How are you? We've got Janet here as well. Heather's saying hello to Mel. You bet I am. Good to hear, Susan. I'm sure that's regarding the video challenge. Hi, Melody. Lovely to see you on. Trying to convince hubby to do it with me. Amazing. Hope to see him on. Yes. Hello. Good morning, Faye. 14 days coming up. Beautiful, Ford. Decided to join for the second time. Awesome tonight. So always great to do it again, just to hone in your skills and get better at live video, because you never stop learning. You never stop learning. The more you can do it in this challenge. This is my 8th one now. That's a trooper. 8 challenges. You look great. Oh my God. You can tell, though, those of you that know me quite well, you can tell in my eyes, can't you? I can tell you don't feel well, but you still look beautiful. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at these lovely messages coming in. Hello, Oldith. We've got Tina here as well. It all starts tomorrow. It does. Bourbon might help. I might have to resort to that. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, late night, doing a webinar in Nigeria, of all places, with an airline owner. Well, there you go. Life is interesting. So let's get into the content for today, because I do need to host this webinar in 20 minutes time. So I'm giving you 5 more hacks today. So this is, again, I did start this conversation last week over at least 2 videos, if not 3. I can't really remember now, but I started this discussion last week. So go back to my videos, whether you're watching on my business page. There is a videos tab that you can go back to, and all the videos appear in the same place. If you're in my social media group, you can just go down the news feed, and just, to let you guys know, we upload all my videos to YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube channel, every single video that I do every week is all uploaded there. So sometimes that can be easier. Just if you subscribe to the channel as well, you can just go to my website and it links through to it if you can't find me. But if you just sort of Google YouTube like Helen Martin, it might come up. If it doesn't, if you go to my website, which is helenmartinonline.com, and you go to the video libraries, there is a link that goes through to it. If you just subscribe, you get an alert when I've uploaded a video to YouTube. So it just, not every video you're going to watch, but if you're alerted, they're easier to find. Okay, so I've got 5 for you today, and I've got another 4 tomorrow, and we'll finish off with this algorithm discussion. Okay, so number 1, get in sync with your people. Get in sync with your people. So what does that mean? So that means a variety of things. So really thinking about who is your target market, what age bracket are they in, and what are they doing? Things like if you got people that you know that are busy in the morning, they're either busy getting ready for work because they're still in the working demographic, or they're mums, so they're busy with kids, getting them to school in the morning, then you're not going to put up your most meaningful, lengthy, inspirational post first thing in the morning, because it will get missed. So those kind of posts, like something meaningful and, thoughtful that you might say, maybe a longer post that you're putting up, put it up at nighttime when people have finished their day, the kids are in bed. You know, you got to work out what demographic that you're targeting to. But what are people doing at what parts of the day, depending on who you want to target? So get in sync with what your target market are doing at times of day and post appropriately for that activity. So there may be, content that you can put in a lunch break time that you're catching maybe professionals on a lunch break, or mums that don't have a school kid thing going in the morning and the afternoon. They might be more focused during the day. So that's only something you can know, who your target market is and what does a general person in your target market do per day. And tailor your posts towards not what you think or what you want to put out, but when it's going to resonate with the person more, depending what they're doing in their life. So that's one thing to consider. I would also suggest that you consider things like Monday versus Friday content, beginning of the month versus end of month content. Like, have a little bit more thought as to when you're posting what. So people on a Monday might be having the dreaded, oh, I've got to go back to work. Majority of people in this industry are working in some capacity, given a lot of people are at home at the moment because of our situation. So it's a little bit different to when you might normally post otherwise, but have some good thought as to what people are doing, what your average person in your target market is doing at the time of day, at the time of week, and at the time of month even. Especially people in this industry, if you're targeting those people, beginning of the month is different to end of month as to what people are thinking about and what they're concentrating on and what they're chasing and things like that. Okay, so this is number one in this video. So remember, there are hacks in the other videos from last week, is getting in sync with your people and posting appropriate content at appropriate times, depending what people are doing in your target market. Okay, number two, the biggest long-term factor in hacking the algorithm is creating value for people. If you've been hanging around me any particular length of time, that should not be new to you. But even Facebook said, this is a quote from Facebook, okay? Our research has also shown us that after friends and family, so people are interested, it's a social media platform. People are interested in what their family and friends are doing. It's like, if you really think about what Facebook is actually for, predominantly how it was started, was to be connected with people. So after being connected with people, people have two strong expectations that they come to their news feed for. Okay, so this is according to Facebook research. This is the expectations. Other than people staying connected with people, this is what people's expectations are of their news feed. It should inform, so keep people informed of things, so educated of things, giving information that could be tips and strategies. So you're informing people on things. It's not salesy. You're informing people of things, educating people. Maybe even inspiring people. And the second one is your feed should entertain. So you don't necessarily need to think of entertainment as in all bells and whistles and I have to make people laugh. Entertain could just mean putting a smile on somebody's face from something that you share or something meaningful, or it could be something funny. But they're the two expectations, according to Facebook's research, that people expect of their newsfeed: to be informed and to be entertained. So that all comes from this place of giving value. So again, number two, the biggest long-term factor in hacking the algorithm is creating value for people. Okay, we can't highlight that enough. So if your posts don't inform or entertain people, the algorithm will start to work against you. So you might know that from different types of posts that you put up. If they're not, valuable in some way, or entertaining or inspirational or thoughtful or personal, like you're showing your vulnerability and things like that, then we don't get much, as much engagement and interaction. Okay. Number three, staying top of mind. So you're top of mind for your viewers and followers and things like that. So let me interpret what Facebook means by that. So staying top of mind is absolutely 100% branding. Okay, so top of mind means what people think of you in relation to a particular topic. Now, this can be achieved on your personal profile as well as a business page. So business pages are all about branding. They should be, you know, what's the purpose of setting up your business page? What is the value that you want to bring to people? What is it that you want to be known for? All those kind of questions we go through when we talk about branding. You can achieve that to a certain degree on a personal profile as well. Let's say you're really into health and wellness, or you're into finance, or you're into jewelry, or you're really into gardening, or you're really into whatever you're really into, whatever it is that you want to be known for. And that can be business as well as hobbies, although you know you can't push business on a personal profile because it's against Facebook policies. But you can create curiosity and intrigue. But staying top of mind means, you know, when people think about me on social media, they probably think something social media. So, oh, that's that girl with the silly hat that talks about, you know, social media to network marketers. Like, there is something that you would have top of mind when you think of me. And if you need something in that area, then you might go and look back at some of my videos to see what I've trained on in that particular area. Like, it's top of mind. Hopefully for you guys that are familiar with me, some of you might be newer here and not quite sure, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Like, there is something that people have top of mind for you. When you post particularly and regularly and specifically and intentionally about a particular topic, you will be top of mind for your viewers, you know, followers, people that are engaging with you for a particular topic, and that's exactly what you want to achieve, and the people that you want to have engage and interact with you and what you want to get known for. So it's the whole branding piece. So if you're still a little bit lost with your branding, then it might be, well, it not might be, it's definitely something you want to concentrate on, because the stronger and the more defined you are with your brand, that will attract the right people to you. When you attract the right people to you, they're the ones that are going to engage and interact. So there's a real flow-on effect from being top of mind. I hope you understand the sequence there. So that really, number 3, really comes down to the whole, what do you want to be known for? What is it that you want to talk about regularly? What is it that, you know, when people look at you, they think of you as being the person that talks about X, Y, Z. Okay, and it could be a couple of things. It doesn't have to be just one thing. You could have one strong brand on your business page and another theme on your personal profile. So like, you know, the health and wellness, some people on their personal profile might talk more. They might do Facebook Lives on health and wellness and things like that, and build up a bit of a profile and a brand as somebody who knows something about health and wellness on a personal profile, but might have a more of a business presence on a business page. And then you can just blend the two, because you're not two different people. You're still the same person. Okay. So number 3 is saying top of mind with your branding. Number 4, definitely, absolutely, consistency. This has come up before in the videos that I've also talked about the algorithm last week, is consistency. If you basically, if you're not posting, you're not open for business. If you're not posting, you're not giving people the opportunity to engage and interact with you. If you're not posting, you're not inspiring. If you're not posting, you're not, you know, educating, informing people, you know, entertaining people, etc. So just remember, this day and age with social media, the platform is changing. Where we post is changing. So where, you know, people might have, you know, said to you before, post 5 days, you know, 5 times, you know, a day on your news feed. We've now got other areas to post, like stories. I went through all of this last week in the boot camp with those in my coaching community. The power of Facebook stories. Facebook stories is a completely different algorithm to your newsfeed. So less on the newsfeed, more in stories. You know, that's what I've been saying to you for a number of weeks now. So, you know, you want to be consistent. So what would be better for you is to post once a day on your newsfeed, but make sure you do it, rather than 3 times a day on your newsfeed for a couple of weeks and then you disappear for a couple of weeks. That is worse for you. Okay, so consistency. So maybe less is more, but keep the consistency going, and that will keep a bit of a pattern in the algorithm. It may even help you produce more quality content that goes out there rather than just posting for the sake of posting. But stories is different, and you can post as many times as you like in stories. It's a great area to create curiosity, intrigue, do behind the scenes type content, use graphics and apps that I showed you guys in the coaching community last week to stand out from the crowd, those kind of things. So consistency. What has been recommended by the research that I've looked at to do with all this algorithm stuff is twice a day on the news feed. So if you think of the cycle of posts, which I spoke to you about last week, there's always something cycling in the news feed to give you the opportunity, as long as it's quality content, to have something out there. So it could be a Facebook Live and it could be a post, or it could be a couple of posts if you're not going live that day, but they're spread out. So every sort of 12-hour rotation, you've got something there for people to engage and interact with, okay? So if you aren't, the downfall is if you aren't consistently posting, the algorithm can work backwards for you, and it's quite possible that a lot of your family and friends, even on your personal profile, are not seeing your content. So when you keep the consistency up and you keep the opportunity for engagement and interaction up, then more of your friends and family will see your posts. So it's just something that we have to get used to doing in our DMO. If you don't know what that means, that's, daily method of operation. Okay, so just bring it into your daily habit of something that you do on social media. Okay, the fifth one I want to share with you today, and the last one for today, and I'll give you another 4 tomorrow, is just taking note that if you are on other platforms like Instagram or even newsfeed to stories, if you are auto posting 100% of the time, it's actually going to hurt you in the long run. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about auto posting as in third-party tools. So don't confuse it with that. What I'm talking about here with number 5 today is always like 100% you're on in a different area. So it might be newsfeed to stories, or it could be Instagram to Facebook. If you post 100% of the time, auto posting, it will hurt you in the long run as far as the algorithm goes. And if you think of that by human nature, if everything you post is 100% the same content, why do people need to look in the other area? If they know, well, I've seen that before, I've seen that before, I've seen that before, I've seen that before. So it just doesn't do you any favors. So if you can, I'm a big fan of multi-purposing content, but do things that are slightly different sometimes, and always make sure you've got native posts in the different areas that you are playing around with. I mean, I'm not a big fan and I don't promote, and, this is the advice that's always been given to me. Don't be everywhere all at once if you haven't mastered one platform. If you don't have success on one platform, don't go and play around in multiple platforms. Go and master one first, get some structure, some content, so following, and then branch out to sort of other areas. So even though you might want to be seen in other places, that's great, but auto posting 100% of the time from platform to platform, even between newsfeed and stories, is not going to do you any favors as far as the algorithm goes. We need to mix it up and make sure that we have native content in all those places that doesn't appear anywhere else. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. We've got a lot of people summarizing here, so thank you very much for that. So Anya, so inspire, educate, and entertain. Yeah. Create value for people, inspire, inform, educate, and entertain. Awesome, guys. I got some props today for my live. So I'm presuming that was a good thing. Something good happened today. I'm known as the girl with technology issues, internet issues. So I'm sure you're not the only one, Crystal. But the good thing about that is you're also known as somebody who overcomes it. So that's a good thing as well. Pretty well known for the research girl. I'm currently doing lots of Facebook stories. All of you want to be embracing Facebook stories. If you want more training on that, how to use it, that's what we did a boot camp on last week. We did 2 full days, like it was at least 2.5 hours each day on Facebook stories, and the other one was about posting. So there's plenty of training available to you if you need that. So because I've got to be on a webinar in 5 minutes time, I'm just leaving you with those 5 today. So make sure you turn up with me tomorrow at the same time as I normally would go live. We're going to finish off with the last 4 hacks. So you've got a lot of information between last week's video and today's and tomorrow's video about things that you should be concentrating on to give you an advantage. It's not going to be your savior, but it can give you an advantage. Okay? So, and anybody that looks like this, very, very good, Helen, listen, learn. That means you're watching from the group, and all you need to do for me to see you is click the StreamYard link at the top, well, at the bottom, I should say, of the description of this video. So you won't see it on a business page because it's public and I can see you all, but in the free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, if you know you've left this comment and that's how it appears on the screen, then just click that StreamYard link. You can do it after the video, and then it just gives StreamYard permission for me to see who you are, so I know who I'm talking to. So what about blending by tagging yourself from a business page on a post? Should that be limited? Well, it's different, Olive, because of the social proof. So it's not something that you want to do all the time, because anything you do all the time, that's a strategy, and blending strategies like tagging yourself is a strategy. Once you do something all the time, it loses its emphasis a bit. But the beautiful thing about blending by tagging yourself on a business page and it appearing on your personal profile is the social proof appears on both. So absolutely do it, Olive, but just don't do it every day. So you're not going to be hurt by that, because the Facebook algorithm is driven by engagement and interaction. So if that blending strategy is giving you more social proof by triggering more interaction and engagement, that's going to trump. Okay, does that make sense? So absolutely do it. Just don't do it all the time. Okay, awesome. So we got thank you so much, Helen. Always valuable. Okay, I've got 4 minutes, so I'm going to go now. Whatever part of the day it is for you, have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll see you at my normal time tomorrow. Bye, guys.